back to Swisher, sweet, ASMR, Swisher, sweet, A-S-M. ASMR, as you can tell by the title of today's video. As you can tell by the titles of today's video, I was supposed to have facts about life ready. Now they're ready. I have facts about life ready. We're doing another slow talking fact video. Basically kind of a ramble, but I'm going to do some tapping sounds, tapping. Probably not on too many different items, but just on a few. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not ahead. So today is the 14th, and you're seeing this on the 14th, but I actually have off tomorrow. I shouldn't, but my job, unfortunately, right now is going down to 3 days out of the week instead of 4, so we're only getting 30 out of 40 hours for this month, which is not great, but it means I'm off tomorrow. Tomorrow, which is kind of nice. Not for the bank account, but good for the mental, I guess. So I'm gonna try to do another art piece, another ASMR art piece. I know that honestly a lot of the POV videos and stuff like that don't get any views at all, which is totally fine. I'm gonna keep doing them anyway because I enjoy doing it. But maybe I'll try to record it in a way that is more captivating. Let's spell that because we're smart. It's a C A B D I V A D. Sorry. Yes. No, I was right. I confused myself. It's a C-A-P-P-A-V cap. Wait. C-A-P-T-I-V-A-T-I-N-G. C-A-P-T-I-V-A-T-I-N-G. Captivating. And I hope you are captivated as I read fact number 1. There are more trees on Earth than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. While the Milky Way boasts is a weird way to phrase it. While the Milky Way has over 100 billion with a B, billion stars, Earth has about 3 trillion with a T trillion trees. 3 trillion trees on Earth. That is a crazy number. Crazy number. You can't even imagine that number. I can't, and you can't. So let's go to fact number 2. These are, as I've mentioned, facts about life. That's what it says. Now it says 27. I'm just gonna put 25. But it's 27 facts. Fact number 2 says that the largest living organism is the honey fungus. It's a giant largest living organism is a mushroom. It's a mushroom, the honey fungus mushroom. And how big is it? Well, it's 2.4 miles across. It's a mushroom that spreads 2.4 miles. Are you interested? I hope so. No, not the lap. Not the lap. It's not okay right now. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay, Jelly. Fact number 3. Miss Piggy from the Muppets and Yoda of Star Wars were voiced by the same person. And that person is Frank Oz. Miss Piggy. I don't know the voice offhand. I'm not even going to try to do it. I need to remove my cat. Hold on. Come on, girl. Cat. Cat gone. The Muppets and the Yoda. The Muppets and Yoda are voiced by the same person, which is crazy. Fact number 4. The Polish army enlisted a bear during World War II. Wojtek. W-O-J-D-E-K. W-O-J-D-E-K. Wojtek. The Syrian brown bear eventually gained the rank of corporal and often drank beer and smoked cigarettes. That just sounds like, I know it says the Polish, but that just sounds like anytime you hear something from Russia going on, that's not the war. It's like Russian guy drinks beer with bear, or Russian guy wrestles bear. They're always doing things with animals they probably shouldn't, but they're getting away with it. I don't remember what fact number this is, but we're just gonna say next fact from now on so that I'm not wrong. Next fact. In Japan, more paper is used to make manga comic books than to make toilet paper. They produce more manga comic books than toilet paper, which is crazy in itself. We're gonna read the next fact. Through the tube. Unfortunately for me, it's a long one. From when Pluto was discovered in 1930. In 1930, Pluto was discovered. When it was declassified as a planet in 2006, it had not made a full orbit around the sun. In fact, the former planet, Pluto, takes 248 years to complete its orbit around the sun. We weren't using that anyway. 248 years to complete its orbit around the sun. Down to bottom, let's go. Next fact. Kale, collard greens, Chinese broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli are all from the same plant, Brassica oleracea. They are just different breeds of the same plant, all of those different vegetables. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Next fact. A mantis shrimp can swing its claws so fast it boils the water around it and creates a flash of light. Let me say that again for the people in the back. A mantis shrimp can swing its claws so fast it boils the water national anthem has no words. No words. It is a song with only music, no lyrics. Next fact. Honey does not spoil. I believe it is the only plant. Plant is not the word. I believe it is the only food. Let's just call it a food that does not spoil. Honey does not spoil. You could theoretically eat 3,000-year-old honey. It does not spoil. Next fact. Also short and to the point, but a little creepy. Dead. That's right. Dead people can get goosebumps. Dead people can get goosebumps. Bodies that are no longer here can feel the cold, is basically what I'm telling you and what I'm being told. Next fact. A small percentage of the static you see on dead TV stations is leftover radiation from the Big Bang. You're seeing residual effects of the universe's creation. I don't know when these facts were made up. I don't know when this list was created. When it means dead TV stations, I assume it means static or something like that. But I don't necessarily know, and I don't necessarily know what they mean. Next fact: the state. This is for my USA people. The state support of Maryland. This is for my Maryland people. Maryland is about 30 minutes from me. I live in New Jersey. If you don't know, or if you haven't watched the video where I said that, I live in New Jersey. But Maryland is very, very close. But the fact is that the state support of Maryland is jousting. If you don't know what that is, it is sword fighting on horseback. Sword fighting. Next fact: when we breathe through our nose, we always inhale more air from one nostril than the other. And this apparently changes every 15 minutes. So, we haven't made it there yet, but in about 1 minute exactly. 1 minute. I will be breathing through another nose and you won't be able to tell. Next fact: if you were to remove all of the empty space from the atoms that make up every human on Earth, the entire world population could fit into an apple. I think that one is well beyond my brain's comprehension. So if you understand, take that information with you. Next fact. We've been on this for quite a while. I actually do think we must. My favorite item hasn't been in the show for quite a while. If you know me, you know me. It's this. I will never use these cups. This is my favorite tapping sound ever. Next fact. The woolly mammoth was still around. The woolly mammoth was still around when the pyramids were being built. In the times where we say, could aliens have done that? The mammoths could have done it. I'm just playing, but the mammoths were around. Next fact. There are more possible iterations of the game of chess. There are more possible outcomes to the game of chess than there are atoms in the universe. So we're saying in this fact that chess is in fact more complicated than the universe. It would take 1.2 million mosquitoes each sucking once to completely drain the average amount of human blood. It would take, basically, they phrased it weird and I read it weird. It would take 1.2 million mosquitoes to drain your body of blood. Next fact. Written language was invented independently by the Egyptians, the Sumerians, the Chinese, and the Mayans. Next fact. To know when to mate, a male giraffe will continuously headbutt the female in the bladder until she urinates. The male then tastes the pee, and it helps determine whether the female is ovulating. The giraffe drinks the pee of someone it wants to mate with in order to tell if it is time to mate. I don't like that fact. Next fact. Let's get a little tapping. How much? I don't know. And you don't know. Next fact. It can take a photon, not a proton, a photon, 40,000 years to travel from the core of the sun to the surface, but only 8 minutes to travel the rest of the way to Earth. So, I'm assuming that has to do something with gravity. I haven't commented on any of the facts, but I'm assuming what they're saying is that the gravity of the sun is so incomprehensible. Not gonna spell that one. It's so incomprehensible that it takes 40,000 years. Or the sun is so massive, but it takes 40,000 years for a photon, which I'm assuming a particle of light. You can't see it. Even if I go like this, you can't see it. A particle of light to travel from the middle of the sun, just to the edge of the sun. Boom, boom, to the edge of the sun. 40,000 years, but it only takes 8. Once you cross that barrier, I believe, because the gravity is probably way less intense, and then it can fully travel at the speed of light. And does that mean that we are 8 light years away from the sun? I don't know the real answer, so that could be nonsense. But does that mean what it means? Next fact. Water bears, or tardigrades. That's a Tardigrades. It's either tardigrades or tardigrades, but I gave it an accent because it seemed to fit. It's not an English word, so I gave it an accent. Water bears, or tardigrades, are typically 0.5 millimeters in length and can survive virtually anything, even the vacuum of space. I'm doing something, yo. I'm doing something. You gotta go. Next fact. Basically anything that melts can be made into glass. You just have to cool off a molten material before its molecules have time to realign into what they were before being melted. Next fact. The critically endangered cockapoo, which is a bird, has a strong, pleasant, musty odor, which allows predators to easily locate it. Hence, why it is critically endangered. It gives off a scent that is pleasant, and so the predators go to it and eat it. Unfortunate for the bird. fact, it's 1903, and the Wright brothers flew for the first time. 66 years later, in 1969, the first man set foot on the moon. 60 years between the first flight and the first 66 years between the first flight and the first stepping, the first, I don't know, the first person, 66 years from the first person to fly and the first person to set foot on the moon is kind of crazy. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. I think he was yelling at the I think Melvin was yelling at the projection. I heard it, but I didn't know what was going on. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 27 facts.